Hello YouTube once again. I haven't uploaded in a really long time and I'm really sorry about that because it's still a small channel. I haven't put any work into it, mostly because I haven't had the time to. I'm usually busy with something else. I apologize for all of you 5 subscribers that are out there. I'm so faithful to you guys. I'm sorry about that. Anyways, today I was gonna show you a showcase of a building I actually made that some of you may recognize as the Annie Frank house, and some of you may not be familiar with it. What this was it was a bunch of things, but what it's mostly recognized for is for a hiding place for the Frank family during World War II. But the Frank family actually had, well, how do you say, a business here of spices. Most of you know what spices are, such as cinnamon and all that, but this is more fruit based. So over here was the shop, but I did not bother contributing to that since what we're here for is the hiding place. And before we get started, I must point out that Minecraft only gets so real. What I mean by this is that this little space right here is so much smaller, but the doors have to be a certain, you know, like it has to make sense for you guys to enjoy this. And obviously they did not use torches, they used like lamps, but I did not feel like using glowstone for this because it just wouldn't be right. So anyways, this is the main entrance, and which leads you to the first staircase. And this is just anybody could really access this. Open here, and here is a storage room. Pretty simple actually. This is where they kind of like stored, like, I don't know, the tools to make certain products and stuff. Because over here, behind this, behind this hallway, they actually kept the spices here, and the chest is empty. But this is where they kept spices, like fruit extracts and all that good stuff that people used to eat back then that we don't. At least I don't. I really don't. And back here, we have an absolutely ordinary bookshelf. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you. Oh wait, never mind. Over here, behind this bookshelf, we have. Oh my God, we have a staircase and 2 more doors. Now this is technically the secret annex. This is where Annie Frank and their family and the Pells, which later joined them, and essentially Fritz Puffer, who was a dentist, actually joined them in hiding too. This is because this was World War II and World War I had just gone down, and Hitler was mad and stuff, and these guys were Jews and they were going to try to kill them and stuff. So yeah, they had to hide. So what this is, this first door that I'm showing you, is Annie Frank's dad, Otto Frank's little room, I guess you could say. It simply just had a bed and I guess a painting and a little box or something. It really wasn't much, it was just a hiding place. Over here we have the majestic toilet with the sink. And this is the restroom. Nothing more, nothing less. Absolutely nowhere to shower. Well, they showered, but there's only a sink and a restroom. Use your imagination and think of how that works out. So behind here we have this is Fritz Puffer's and Annie Frank's room. I guess you could say it's a room. This is where they slept. 1, 2 beds, and this is a table. Now this table is very remarkable because this is where Annie Frank wrote her diaries and read books and stuff. But she was very limited because Fritz would only let her use it when he was taking a nap. And well, I guess back then adults had supreme power over anything, and they did whatever they wanted, right? There really wasn't no child abuse, but that wasn't child abuse. Like, it's just unfairness, I guess you could say. Over here is the Pelsis family. Now this was the family that joined the Franks right after or right before the World War II, I guess you could say, started. And I think, I'm not completely sure, it was just a couple with a son. Or yeah, it was, I think. It was either that or this is her sister or Annie Frank's sister, I cannot recall. I am no social studies teacher. I just read this up on Wikipedia because a friend of mine requested it, and you know, it was a special request. So yeah. So it was a really nice, it's probably where, this is where they dined, as a matter of fact. The Pils's family room, this is where they dined. So it was essentially the biggest room, and I don't think they found eating in the toilet comfortable, so they figured this was the best place. This over here is a little room to, it's either Annie Frank's sister or their kid. Like I said, I cannot remember. But they had cats too, which we get to right now. So what she or he basically did was sleep right next to the staircase that led to the attic. And in the attic, well, it's not much. And from the bookcase to over here, this is all they could really live in. Like, literally, this is all they could live in. They had nowhere to go. They couldn't go outside. They couldn't go to the grocery store. Probably wasn't grocery stores back then though. But the attic is not really like doesn't hold any significance. It was just a nice place where Annie Frank would go and, you know, look outside to the sky. And there was a big tree that I remember from the tour, because I was personally here though. So yeah, and this is also where they kept their cats, because there was a lot of rats here. So they kept their cat here, and as long as the cat was here, there would be no rats allowed. And that's pretty much it. That's the whole secret annex. It was pretty simple. I have to admit, it was one hell of a good hiding place, because it was so hard to plan out to build. It is so complex, and if I show it to you from the outside, it looks so deformed. It was really complex, and I gotta give him props for hiding such a good hiding place. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video at all, if you liked it, or if you appreciate at all what I did here, you know, that took me 2 hours, make sure to subscribe if you're not already. I doubt you're subscribed, because I have 5 subscribers or so. I'm a 4th channel right now. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I really hope you have a nice day. Bye.